Mr. Karam, now, in light of the Prime Minister's Netanyahu's remarks about targeting the UNIFIL forces, do you interpret these comments as a genuine threat on the ground, or do you see it as a strategic political rhetoric, a strategic move?
The situation in south of Lebanon, they want to end Resolution 1701 to find another UN resolution that suits the new situation at the military and security levels that Israel is aspiring for, which is excluding the military power of Hezbollah after Saida. It seems that Israel is ambitious to a draining war that ends with new UN resolutions.
Well, how do you perceive Hezbollah's recent development? How do Hezbollah perceive the recent development, especially regarding their stance on the UNIFIL forces? What actions, might they consider in response to Israel's threats, especially with reports coming of Israel actually capturing one of Hezbollah elements?
It may capture many elements. There might be capturing from both sides, but what Hezbollah is doing today is trying to stay in a military confrontation on the ground, southern Lebanon. Definitely, Hezbollah prefers the field war more than hiding and taking strikes, because there's a great difference in the operations regarding weapons, mega weapons and airplanes. But as for the field confrontation, there will be capture people from both sides. Today, Hezbollah talks about Resolution 1701 that they should have obliged to before the beginning of the war in Lebanon. This is what we called for, that Hezbollah should adhere to UN Resolution 1701 in order to make Lebanon avoid this war of attrition. But they didn't take it positively and preferred what they called the support of Gaza. However, they never supported Gaza in anything.
What about, Mr. Karam, what about the Lebanese government? Are they taking steps, is it taking steps to address the threats posed by Israel's recent actions? Are there plans to strengthen cooperation with UNIFIL?
A plan, because the main drive of Hezbollah is Iran. Iran sent two delegates last week who are the Minister of Foreign Affairs Aranji and the head of the Parliament of Iran to explain that they will continue to support Hezbollah and ask Hezbollah to continue the resistance and the war with the goal of making Hezbollah continue to defend Iran and to distract Israel in Lebanon, Gaza, Syria, Iraq, and in Yemen as well. So the Israeli strikes wouldn't reach Iran, which is the end goal of Israel. Hence, everything that is done by Hezbollah is a trial to deter Israel or to reach an understanding with Israel regarding Resolution 1701 with some of the troops, not with all the items, especially the items on.
Mr. Karam, now we've seen the statements by the Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and the statements by the French President Emmanuel Macron. Now, what role do you foresee the international community in helping to de-escalate the situation?
All the attempts by the big countries or big states are trying to cease the fire, but it's not about ceasefire only. It should be about completing a settlement.
That was the Lebanese Member of Parliament, Mr. Fadi Karam. Thank you very much for joining us.